So I've decided that I should do a um, video blog thing, whatever, for sailing Big Bird. This is Big Bird. It's a little bit of a mess right now because it's spring. It's April still. It's April 9th today. It's still 37 degrees outside. We got snow squalls this morning. Boat's in the water. If you look out the window here, you can see there's the water. And yes, I do need to clean a lot of things on this boat. But yeah, there's nobody else in the marina right now. But I'm just going to do a quick introduction to Big Bird. This is Big Bird. It's a 1974 Ericson 32 Mark II. I bought it 3 years ago. I've been working on things, making it more homely. But yeah, it's my little mobile art studio, and this year my quarantine spot, because I'm going to avoid all the old people by just living on the boat all summer. We'll see how that goes. But I'll show you a little bit about it here. We have my piles of storage. I did manage to find a whole shitload of denatured alcohol. Not for drinking, of course, but because I do have a alcohol stove that works quite well. It's a champ. This is my little kitchen area. A lot of this stuff is just shit that I just have sitting around because I haven't found a place to put it yet. I haven't been down here organizing as much as I'd like to because I'm an essential worker. I still have to work all the time. But this is the corner that normally Andy sleeps in. You'll probably meet Andy at some point. He'll show up. This is my headliner that I redid last year because there's this big gap here and it was really ugly. I still have to get like the little corner pieces made. See if I can get it away from the light there. Okay, I gotta do the little corner pieces, and I'll probably carve those this summer because I'm gonna have time. Here is the dinette, the little pillow that I found at a rummage sale with a sailboat on it. I have my art supplies over here. I have my crap top. I need a new laptop because that one's, the keyboard died on it. I used to stay up in the V berth all the time. I've decided just to turn that into a big storage area now because it's just so much room. I don't need that much space to sleep in. If you're aware of how these boats are, they have a very, very small bathroom, which is still winterized. I'm not using it yet. We have a standing closet that's currently empty because on this weird berth that I'm sleeping in, 5-degree sleeping bag, works great at 20 degrees outside. My feet go into the closet. You know, however it works. I mean, I could set up the dinette, but I wouldn't have storage room for all the other stuff that's over there. The other stuff that I've done this week on the boat, I've actually only been down here like twice. I did manage to measure out my funky little lanterns, figure out what size chimneys go on there. So I ordered 2 new chimneys for these ones because I got 2 of those. Well, I guess I'll have to put the lay someplace else now. Put it on there. There we go. And then one for this guy right here, which is a different size, but I managed to find it. And I just knocked over the heater. So that's how people light boats on fire. Don't tell my insurance guy. But yeah, this is Big Bird. I suppose I can show you the rest of the outside here. We look forward through the very bad isinglass. We have the front of the boat. It's snowing again. I have the traditional little steering pulpit, the top of a cooler that needs to be cleaned off. I have to redo the teak again this year. I have my grill out here. as you can see, there's no other boats in the marina right now. They just put the docks in like Monday through Thursday this week. See that little gray thing over there? That's the barge they used to put the docks in. The only other boat in the marina, if you can see it over there, is there's a Boston Whaler. That's the utility boat for the marina. So that's the only other thing. If you look all the way over there, you might be able to see a red salty in the background. That is the first boat to make it up here for the shipping season from the ocean. Because I am in Duluth, Minnesota. Yes, I put a boat in the water in the beginning of April in Duluth. But yeah, I'm in Duluth, Minnesota. We still get really nasty snowstorms this time of year. A couple years ago, we got like 50 inches of snow in April. We've gotten like 3 or 4 so far this April. But who fears a little snow? But anyway, if I am going to do a video blog thing about boats and Big Bird and sailing Big Bird, I'll probably go over a bunch of the crazy stuff I'm doing on here. You know, I am planning on turning the ice box into a refrigerator this year. We'll see how that goes. I'm planning on installing a furnace to actually keep this warm without having to use the little space heater. I mean, the space heater works great because basically you close the door to the V-berth and you're heating up about 80 square feet. It's like the size of a normal bathroom. But, yeah. I did put a new battery box in. My old batteries were really shot. Bought 2 of the biggest batteries I could possibly find. I had to replace the battery box, so I cut the old one out. Those little flat tools, I'll find it, I'll show it to you at some point, work really good with cutting fiberglass. It's like, I was amazed. It goes through fiberglass like butter. I might work on the decks this year. We'll see if I get really ambitious and I feel like buying a couple of gallons of fiberglass resin. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm just going to make a YouTube channel for sailing Big Bird because that's what I'm going to do this summer. My goal is 1,500 nautical miles on the boat. That's really ambitious for this area because our sailing season really doesn't start until July 1st. That's when it finally decides to get warm. I mean, you'll get a couple of warm days. I think technically it hit 60 the other day. And then we got snow. So, and it was 60 at the top of the hill and it was 35 down here. Because I was down here that day, it was not 60 degrees. I've had the boat out. I've raised the jib once this year. Technically Genoa because there's 130%. But you know, I've had it out and I put that out once and the wind was swirling 180 degrees. It was, you know, the traditional light and swirly. But yeah, we'll see how this all goes. I mean, you'll get to see me doing a lot of woodwork, a lot of goofy ass putzing on the boat. I was looking at paints today. We'll see, and maybe I'll get to go someplace. Presuming that, like, the world isn't completely shut down for coronavirus. I suppose I have to give props to Carrie from Sailing Reckless because I ended up talking to her because she has an Ericson 35 and then kind of gave me the impetus to start making a channel for this thing. We'll see how it works. And hopefully one of these days I'll be able to, like, not wear a heavy fur-lined jacket over a sweatshirt when I'm on the boat, although that probably won't be any time in the next couple of weeks. If you go up and into my pile of life jackets up here, I have a pair of full winter bibs I actually have them for skiing. That was a long time, but yeah, those are my skiing bibs. And I wear them for sailing because it's that fucking cold out there. You wouldn't think that it would be, well, okay, yeah, it's 35 degrees and I'm sailing, and you're out in the middle of the water, there's no shelter at all. So, no matter what, you're going to get hit by the wind. It's like, even with the Dodger, which if you don't have a Dodger, get a freaking Dodger, they're awesome. Even with the Dodger, it only helps just so much. I mean, last July, sailed to Palisade Head, which is like 60 miles northeast of here, out in Lake Superior. And we went out there was no wind at all. We ended up motoring, and we left at 10 p.m. and got there at 6 a.m. or whatever it was. 8 a.m. I don't know. It was 10 hours. But yeah, so it was about 8 a.m. that we rolled into Palisade Head area. Out in the middle of the lake, there's no wind. The air settled over the lake. It was mid-July. The water temp was 44 degrees. So despite the fact that it was nice and warm that day before we left, we got out there and it was just fucking frigid all night. And moist. Moist. It was moist and frigid. Andy, who normally sleeps over here when we're out sailing, he had the motor running on one side of him, nice and cozy, warm, and then on the other side, just the flat fiberglass hull with 40-degree water on the other side of it. He said he touched it and it took all the heat out of his leg. And once you actually get to meet Andy, you'll realize that that's a lot of heat to lose out of your leg in one shot. But anyway, I think that's about as much information as I want to give everybody, because I am on the boat, which means I am not at work. I am done for the day for my essential duties, so I am going to drink a beer. But anyway, this is Sailing Big Bird. See how long I can do that before I get sued by PBS. Not my fault. The boat was named Big Bird before I bought it. Maybe the Big Bird skull and crossbones is a little over the top, but whatever. We'll figure it out. But yeah, anyway, figure out where the camera is on this one. Have a great day. Hopefully I'll be posting more.